Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hare. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare. Sachi Mata Pranadana Gaura Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Namo Vishnu Pada Paramam Saparivrajakacarya Ashtottara Shata Nitya Leela Pravashresh Divine Grace Abhay Chanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Iskcon BBT founder Acharya Param Gurudev Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Grantrat Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naran Chaiva Tamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraye Nashta Prayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatim Uttama Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So I requested Suvan Gaur Hari Prabhu to associate with you. I'm doing it, but take your association every once a month on a Saturday. And also I requested him, can I do one particular subject matter? So he was very grateful to allow me to do that. So I took up that chapter, a subject matter of Sadhu Sangha. So this may take about 3 to 4 sessions, means subject matter discussion. But the Bhagavatam class, which is usually spoken about, I'm just adding one more word in between, Bhagavatam discussion class. Okay? So we'll have discussion on Bhagavatam. So whatever we do, whatever I'm sharing, say I've compiled things together. So everything is from Prabhupada books or his acharyas. So there is no my own, nothing is there. So I just compiled together and we will discuss what exactly is Sadhu Sangha. And after this session is over, the next, after 1 month, first 10 minutes we'll have reflection from all of you. 1 month, whatever we discuss here, go meditate. And if you can implement what Prabhupada says, what not I said, you can implement. And you can revert back after 1 month in that particular session, first 10 minutes. Then we'll continue with whatever where we stop. Whatever I stop, that doesn't mean I stop. You can always go ahead. We have sadhus here who are dedicated their life for Srila Prabhupada. So when I was in US about 4 years back, I met, it was a festival of inspiration. So I was in New Vrindavan and I had the great opportunity that Vaisheshika Prabhu was also there, part of his giving sessions. And he knows an extraordinary Bhagavat. So we had many questions. And after the class, and my nephew, we were quite young like you. So we had some questions. I said, instead of me answering, let us go and discuss with him. So he did. It was a walk. It's a beautiful park and river. All that pond is all there. So he was walking and he was answering. And as the questions increased, he said that whatever I'm speaking, I can give another Bhagavatam class. But he suggested that all these things are answered in the Bhagavatam. So you're from Bangalore. Why don't you go back and start Bhagavatam group studies? So that was when he said, but in between, I don't know what happened. So Manda Sumanda Matayo, there is always possibility of slacking down unless somebody like Suvan Gaur is there, beat us up. Hey, what are you doing? That's why intelligent class, Brahmanical class we require, who will always keep us vigilant. It's not that they are vigilant only for us, they are also vigilant about themselves. Material world, the vigilant people only for outsiders. They don't follow. Right? Police people, they do policing for others. they themselves are corrupt. Is it not? So Krishna consciousness is all about you rectify yourself first in the process, then you try to help others making. So it's a good idea to have a Bhagavatam discussion. I'm not implementing anything. I just said that let us together we go. I have an agenda. It is there, but that agenda will reveal by itself. Because always when some project come up or when institution requires certain things, then we have to see our resources, what we have. If you don't assimilate our resources and meditate on those things, then we will be misutilizing our resources, and the outcome of that will not be very ideal. It may come up, it may go haphazard. So one of the resources what we have is Janabala here. All wonderful devotees are there. So when we all sit together, what's going to happen and what's going to come out of that is the nectar of how we can give our best to oneself and to the society by and large. Our movement is not just meant for we sitting in the room and meditate and thinking about Radha Krishna pastime. No. Our movement is meant for Radha Krishna is already there. Make everybody come and serve them, not we alone do it. So Sankirtan movement is ours, not just Kirtan movement. Sankirtan, all of us stay together. So as I said, there is an agenda, and that agenda is how to have the human resources put in the right aspect, and so that the world around us can be enlightened. And that's what Prabhupada did. He established thousands of temples, and everywhere he hardly spent time, but he established a temple, but he created an atmosphere of Sadhu Sangha. Okay? You will understand what you already know, but still we will revive exactly what is Sadhu Sangha. So he established a place of Sadhu Sangha where people can enliven themselves and also enliven everywhere. Sadhu Sangha is not about people, I don't know in the material world what they call sadhus. From the Bhagavatam we understand sadhus are one who always keep Krishna in the heart, and they talk about Krishna and make other people talk about Krishna, and they make it Krishna consciousness. That's what Prabhupada explained. What are sadhus meant for? So many kinds of sadhus are there. So if you do not know, just like what is gold, you should know what is exactly gold. And otherwise you will be thinking everybody as sadhus. So in the present situation, India has many wonderful sadhus, but their purpose is different. May not be the conclusion of the Bhagavad Dharma. They may be doing their job to whatever extent. But according to Bhagavad Dharma or Srimad Bhagavatam, Mahaprabhu has defined what is Sadhu Sangha. So according to Mahaprabhu, Sadhu Sangha is somebody who makes you understand how to take association of Guru and Krishna, not Krishna alone, Guru and Krishna, and also act according to what is their instruction. So these, according to Bhagavad Dharma, that is Sadhu Sangha. So sadhus are place where Krishna's glorification happens. It's a place where Krishna Jagrata, it happens in the heart, and also a place where it makes you to relish and share with others. So this is the bottom line of Sadhu Sangha. So Sadhu Sangha, Nama Sangha, Shastra Sangha, Dhamma Sangha, so many things are there. You can go on from Sadhu Sangha. We'll keep in one point. Then there is Nama Sangha. Then there is Shastra Sangha. And there is a place where you stay, where That Sangha is there. So like that, you can go on expanding. But you all this expand, put together is Sadhu Sangha, according to the Shastra, according to Acharyas. You may be doing Nama Sangha. You may be doing Shastra Sangha. You may be in a dham. But all these things produces result, but not as much as Sadhu Sangha. So is Sadhu a place where everything happens is Sadhu Sangha. One place Nama Sangha, they will do Nam Sankirtan, this. But where a place Sadhu is sitting, everything happens. It is a place of, what is that? Mall. We get everything. So every Iskcon center is a Sadhu Sangha place where you get everything. Nama Sangha, Dhamma Sangha, everything you get. Prabhupada defines. The purpose of Iskcon is to give all this. Now you get it? So Prabhupada defines. So an Acharya explains what exactly is Sadhu Sangha. When he says Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Kaya, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoya. What does this mean? Means a place where Tatkshanat Krishna consciousness takes place and it resides and you make. The moment where you are there always thinking, it has no time duration. The moment you carry that and it start changing your life, Sadhu Sangha started. The kindling of that is done by that pure devotee. And that's the whole Bhagavatam. You can see many places what happens. So Sadhu is one who gives you something and who makes you also retain it. Not just retain it, he makes you relish it and share with others. So that is Sadhu Sangha. All right, you may go to Harikatha, you may sit there, you may hear nice pastime and go. Next time when you come, same thing happens. But is there any transformation in you that affects on sadhus? If the sadhu, when you come next time, if he doesn't ask you questions, then sadhu is not doing that complete work. A teacher is one, teaches by example, and also makes the student vibrant, and he makes him another teacher. He is a teacher. So according to the Shastra, a guru is one who makes more gurus. A guru, one who practices, not that he produces. No, who makes him like him, better than him. So the concept of Sadhu Sangha is available in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So when you say Sadhu Sangha, when you're studying Bhagavatam, you're actually associating that. So if Srila Prabhupada is speaking about the Bhagavatam, things like that, he's making us understand when you're associating with this, what is that benefit you get? And what is the benefit you are going to give to the society? That is important. When we make our children grow, when we have an offspring, we always think of them to make a good human being. We want to give our best. Our acharyas are like that. They want to get the best out of the disciples. But it is a cooperation movement. What if the disciple doesn't want to cooperate? That's the challenge. So he's there, he's doing. So it is a reciprocation. That is why you require a guru with a stick who gives you by his thought process. He revives your consciousness next week. Are you practicing? So this practice is started by Krishna to Arjuna himself, who time and again he was telling very difficult. No, you have to practice. That's why Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Sadhu Sangha means Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, all the time thinking of Sri Krishna and working, whatever it is. So when I say now the opposite of Sadhu Sangha is Maya Sangha. What is Maya? Is illusion. What? Which is not. But we like to associate. But unfortunately, this Maya also is real. She makes you experience certain things. Afterwards, she trick you. And this includes your own body. This body, it's making you understand you are the owner of your body, this body. So she creates such an illusion which is external, which is also internal. External, you see everything I want. But she also talks about this body, how you can use for your own gratification. Well, she is doing her job, just like Yama does his job. So she's doing her job. But her job, she's doing with a lot of pain. She's not happy, but his purpose is like that. A jail superintendent gives the punishment for the people inside the jail. He doesn't have pleasure, but it's his duty. He has to make those people go hit the rock, whatever is there. The more crime you have done, the more punishment severe it is. Am I right? Say Haribol. I'm just making myself be active, okay? So the point is, so she does her job. Whatever I'm speaking, everything many people have spoken. So Punar, I'm just repeating the same. So that's the nature. Unless we keep repeating Hare Krishna mantra 16 rounds daily, so that you can do 24 hours daily in Krishna's place. Because we always have to think about him. So your 16 round is a must. So that is mercy of Prabhupada. He brought 64 to 16. That Srila Prabhupada does. What do you say? So sometimes he gives you margin. But he knows how to give margin. Our temple commanders are there. Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Maya ki jai. Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra Maya, they made them the commanders here. So they will keep a watch. So better cooperate with him. Otherwise it will be difficult. So the point what I'm trying to say is Maya Devi, she is external potency of the Lord. So she does her job, but she has one, the compassion aspect is also there. She's also thinking, when so much of Maya I have put net, when will we go out of the net? She's very compassionate. So this Maya Sangha can be counteracted only by Sat Sangha, only by Sadhu Sangha. Otherwise, very, very difficult. Opposite of Maya Sangha is Sadhu Sangha. So you may have Nama Sangha, all these things are there. But Sadhu Sangha is very important because he is going to make sure you do everything pakka. You understand? I may be doing by japa. But a person comes to me and said, Prabhu, little you can adjust Nama. In the same way, Shastra. Shastra we are doing, but we require external support to understand. Sometimes we don't understand what it is, or we may misunderstand and do something else. So in these places, that's why Sadhu matters. When I'm saying is, everything is included in Sadhu Sangha, means taking external support for our progress in Krishna consciousness. That is Sadhu Sangha. The more we take Sadhu Sangha, the more we do better things. So when we come to the temple, or when we go to the Dham, we are there, we are taking association. But a Dhamvasi, when he comes and talks about that Dham, it becomes more powerful, more taste. Is it not? Don't you all experience it? So this is what is Sadhu. Wherever he goes, he will add to it. He's a catalyst. He gives you the vitamin. So when you are doing puja, so if a sadhu is there who is an expert in sadhu, he will tell you, okay, do this mantra you chant. So a sadhu is an inclusive of all this, who helps you growth in all dimensions. Because we are practicing so many things. We are doing cleaning service, we are doing deity worship, we are cooking. So if consciousness is not clear, the outcome also will not be clear. So the sadhu is a constant endeavor we should be thinking of how somebody helps me, I can move progress further. So that is Sadhu Sangha. As we go in our in this journey, you will find how important is Sadhu. Question may come, is Sadhu Sangha more important than Lord Sangha himself? We will discuss that. Is Sadhu Sangha is more important than Seva Sangha? Let's look. So many questions do come. From the Bhagavatam, we understand what exactly is Sadhu Sangha. What is our priority? From the many pastime, whether it is Dhruva, with his Bharat Maharaj or Jada Bharat, if you dig into their life, then you will know what is exactly Sadhu Sangha. And also you will find this human birth, how important it is from this, whether in the animal form. In animal form, if your Krishna consciousness, will you make progress or not, you think about it. That is also available in the Bhagavatam. In an animal body, what's going to happen? So all these things comes to the door of Sadhu Sangha. Srila Prabhupada was sitting in New York. When he went there was a park, simply sitting and chanting Hare Krishna. And what happened? The whole world knows of Iskcon world, so many things happen. Kshana Matra Sadhu Sangha. I'm not making some bogus stories. Only few of them came and started doing kirtan. Somebody was smoking, he was sitting like that, all that. A sadhu one is one who can make anything gold. Who can make any condition jiva gold. Any condition jiva pure devotee of Lord. Who is a sadhu? Not that a pandita who has done bhakti shastri, all that, and then he makes him a sadhu. No. A sadhu is, he will make anybody Tom, Dick and Harry, Krishna consciousness. Just like Maya, she can put anybody in Maya. Right? The highest position in the Mayavada Sampradaya. See that they're also in very highly realized. But still, they have something missing out because Maya is there also. Is it not? Anything philosophically. See, money, any position in this world, whatever you go to the highest level, whether it's knowledge, whether it is position, whether it is money, Maya is there by the side. When Maya is there, what happens? Money means it will make you spend anything you want. Knowledge means you will go as a pandita everywhere, misleading everybody. Right? Because you think your knowledge. Is that not Bhagavat knowledge? So whatever you say, whatever you learned, that's why you will find so many people doing different things. People go and sit there. But they will take some here and there and they will compile together and they become very famous. So, and what happened? Money and position. In position, they go, I can conquer the world. I'll do anything I want. If the Prime Minister decide we'll have a war with another country, everybody has to go. So he can mislead. Because Maya, when Bhagavat, when Sadhu association is not there, they will do whatever they want. Maya means independence. Maya means independence. Do what you want. And all these things. That's why I said Maya is external as well as internal. This internal is more dangerous than external. External, you get fed up. You take anything for that matter, 1 year, 2 years, everything, you want new one. So you get fed up with matter. But what is internal, that goes to next body also. Today we are sitting here because Maya we embrace inside the heart. Life after life we are there. So to get Maya out of internal is very, very difficult. External, everybody renounce everything. They will be sitting in the inside the water or in the mountain, alone, everywhere they will sit. But externally they have come out. But internally they'll be there. That's also there in the Bhagavatam. What happened to Saubhari Muni? How many thousand years he was in water? Millions of years he was there. So what happens? See, the internal purification is very, very required. So this Maya, which is inside, also have to be driven out. So if you don't take shelter of Krishna, the moment you take shelter of Krishna, she is sister of Krishna. She is Tat. She will immediately bless you. Go ahead. So anybody coming under a guru like that, who can, get the internal out, that is Krishna or Krishna's representative. Nobody else can do. You get this? And that is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Hridaya, through knowledge from the heart transmit. Same thing from Bhagavatam. Brahma Adi Kavaye. A knowledge we transmit through the heart makes the change in our life. And that is sadhu. So definition of sadhu, you get from the Bhagavatam, you get from the great acharyas in our parampara, and who are making our life also blissful. So why I highlighted this point of the internal thing which is there, the first process of Sadhu Sangha comes with Shraddha. Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya. So in between, where is there? He could have removed this Sadhu Sangha. He could have put Bhajana Kriya. Shraddha, Bhajana Kriya. This is the world which is there. But in our world, Sadhu Sangha is in between. Now you know the sandwiching. The cream in our devotional service is Shraddha, Bhajana Kriya, Sadhu Sangha. In between, it has to come. So Sadhu plays a very, very important role. Whether Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, you take anybody in our line of our Iskcon, any devotee, they are playing the role of that Sadhu in between. So tomorrow morning, we have a Sadhu is coming tomorrow. He's talking about a Bhagavatam. So that is what we should be waiting to understand what is there in his heart. Krishna reveals through the heart of his devotees. It is not necessary we can title everybody pure devotee. Anybody in Iskcon is pure only. Only thing is how much of his anarthas are taken out, that we don't know. Krishna knows. But he is sitting on the Bhagavatam. He is speaking. So let's take the face value. Don't measure how much is pure. What is speaking, take it. What is not there with you? What is there with you? Make it more stronger. That's all. Very simple. So, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya is synonymous with Sadhu Sangha. He is not just speaking the Bhagavatam. He walks the Bhagavatam. He helps you to also practice it. So this is where. Now, there is Shraddha here. As we go, it is Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti. Then comes Nishtha, Asakti, then Nishtha. So Nishtha, he went for that. Now Shraddha and Nishtha, both are same, but Nishtha is absolute faith. Firm faith, Prabhupada explains as Nishtha as firm faith. Now, see, if you the process, you see how it is going. So, if you are walking in the street, all this Saman Bonam, everything is in this. Adau Shraddha, Bhajana, everything is in that only. We are going to discuss only in that. So, when you are going there, then this word Anartha Nivritti is also there. Anartha Nivritti, how is this happens? When you are walking in the garden everywhere, a small thorn can go inside your feet. What you will do, you will take the help of another person because one leg you can't stand. And you will remove, or you take shelter of somebody, then only remove. Internal. There is another type of thorn which goes where you require operation. Where you have to go, he has to remove. It is called as corn. Corn, it comes in the leg. So for that, what you will do? You have to go to the... So this anartha nivritti is again, if you expand it, you require sadhu sangha. Small things you can remove and throw, but if it is inside jada, how will you remove? So again, some things we can do, some things we require external support. So anartha nivritti is the place where again sadhu sangha matters. So when I explain, when we were talking about so many sangha, sadhu sangha plays an important role in every aspect of our life, in progress in devotional service, right? So the catch 29, what is the catch 22? What is that they say? 22. The catch 22 is, if in our heart we always think, yes, I want sadhu sangha. This is my prime. Wherever I go, I'm looking for sadhu sangha. That will, Krishna is pleased. Krishna is pleased, and he will be sending people wherever you go. He will be sending his, like a shadow, they will be coming, and they will protect us. So coming back, I'll start. Just I'm trying to explain what is Maya Sangha, what is Sadhu Sangha. We are all sadhakas. We are trying to make progress. So Sadhu Sangha refers to association of saintly persons, which is the second stage of development of Bhakti Creeper, and most important part of advancement in Krishna consciousness. I'm not telling, Shastra is telling this, Acharyas are telling. Most important part of progress in Krishna consciousness. What does Bhakti Rasamrita say? He quotes this. 1.4, 15-16. Adau Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Tata Bhajana Kriya, Tata Anartha Nivritti, Syat Tato Nishta, Ruchis, Tata Asakti, Tato Bhava, Tataha Prema Buddhyan Danchati. Sadhya Khanam Ayam Premanaha Prabhu Bhava Bhavet Kramaha. So the whole point of to get preeti, of love of somebody, you have to do all this. The word preeti, the love and affection to get somebody, is you have to undergo this process. And that best facilitator is sadhus. If sadhus come up in life, if Prime Minister or President of India is our man, what else you want? So sadhu is that kind of a person who is not limited in a material body. He is like Narada Muni. Exalted people. You can take so many examples are there. We have Sukadev Maharaj. We have Suta Goswami. So many people are there. These are the people whom we should be carrying. Not what I'm telling, it's the Bhagavatam telling. And wherever this interaction is happening, and so the result is Amritam. What you get is nectar. And the nectar is Rasam Alayam. That means a place nectar which is you take shelter. Rasam Alayam. So Bhagavatam is a place of these nectarian devotees who distribute. Because anybody who read Bhagavatam, outcome of their Bhagavatam is not as tasty as what we get from Srila Prabhupada books. Srila Prabhupada books, when we are hearing, and that nectar is certainly is more of vitamins than a person who read Bhagavatam with no sadhu association. What happens there? That's why when there is Nityam 7 days Bhagavad Katha, so many places, outcome of 7 days is too little in their life. What changes? The whole dynamics changed with Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Prabhupada introducing where Bhagavad Sapta. Even though Iskcon is doing it, but it's trying to help many people. But our Nityam, our Bhagavad is Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. We serve the book Bhagavatam, we serve the Bhagavatam person also. So now he is talking about devotional activity. He says Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, then comes Bhajana Kriya. He says devotional activity begins when we do that Sadhu Sangha. The day somebody pushed our book in our hand. The day we met somebody in the street, gave us Krishna Prasadam. The day somewhere we heard the holy name chanting. So change, our life has changed. We have come to the process of making progress, is it not? All of you introspect the first day when you came to Krishna consciousness. The first day when you interacted with a devotee. The first accident you met with a devotee. And this accident actually is a transformation. Can you imagine any accident in the material world produces disaster? But accident in Krishna consciousness gives you Vaikuntha. Earlier program, we used to have places in Janmashtami. We used to have exhibitions. So one exhibition, I was saying devotees have packed up everything and there they put one atom bomb in one place. And you remember that and that atom bomb explodes and you have a beautiful house. Huh? Is it not? But it's the truth. The accident in Krishna consciousness results in a beautiful home for yourself permanently. Which is true, no? Is it not? So accident in Krishna consciousness, it should happen more often. Accident in Krishna consciousness means the more you are accidents with more you're interacting with sadhus and by chance you are getting an opportunity here, you make tremendous progress. So this accident is welcome. What do you think? But there is one difficulty in this sadhu ashram, sadhu sangha. It's a mutual cooperation. You should also cooperate. You should also develop interest. You should also commit. It is not a one way. If this doesn't happen, the Shastra says, you know what? Example. Makhi, bedbugs. If it is sitting on a sadhu, it sucks its blood. Does it become pure devotee? Do you want to be like that? Don't sit on sadhu. Sit as lotus feet. So this is what happens. If you don't understand who sadhu is and what he is going to give you, simply you're going to be a burden to him. You're not making progress. That is why your cooperation is important. Oh, you can go and title yourself, I am so-and-so disciple of so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. But have you inherited what they want to give you, what they want you to do? That also matters not, is it not? Otherwise, you will be a bug. Going outside to think whether you are a bug or you want to give blood to Guru or you want to take his blood. Is it not? What is Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur said that? Tons of blood to make one devotee. But so many of you are there. So many in the world. But if they all go and taking Guru's blood, and if you don't want to give blood to others, what will happen? So, Sadhu Sangha is defined as where you take the resources without disturbing his constitution, serving him and transforming the same thing. Any disagreement? Huh? What do you say, Prabhuji? Cooperation required? Both the side? So now we can decide we want to be a bug or a bug which doesn't take blood but still is useless. So Krishna consciousness, if it is not goes to the heart, then how many years we are in, we'll be there only. We'll be there only. We'll not make progress. For that, again, you get a sadhu you require, where he will come and tell you, wake up, jiv jago. Huh? So when he starts doing that, we don't say, why are you waking me up? I'm having a sound sleep. Arey yaar, better get up, otherwise permanently you'll sleep. Examination is there. What is our examination? Death. When you sleep only you die, what will happen? Ignorance. Devotees dying, they are always active, different. But sadhaka bhakta, should also make an endeavor to make progress. Otherwise, it will be too difficult for a guru. How much can I go on? Private tuitions, all that you are taking for what? Making progress. I was just now coming on the way. I saw a lady keeping his daughter or somebody was there at the back with a tennis racket. The girl may be around 8-9 years. What a pain she's taking now, making her a tennis player. Tuk, 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 tuk. Huh? And ultimately what happens? By chance, if she doesn't have, she is done very well assuming. If she goes to the little higher and higher, but if politics play there, she will not get that position. This is what is my eyes. We are striving very hard. Huh? So you require somebody's blessing, then only you will go in higher position. The same analogy of understanding another place is when met one tennis player. He said, I did my best. I became a state player. But afterwards, politics didn't allow me to go up. So this is what is the material training. They can train you, but if they don't see any benefit from their side, they will trample you. And what is the young age? She is only 7-8 years. So now she will start. So what about the Shastra, which says, every 5th year of a child being born, we have to give Brahma Upadesham. I mean, Brahma Upadesham means talk about the spiritual life. So next 5 years, that means the spiritual starts. You start growing. But if it is the symbolic of Brahma Upadesham, and that boy after 10 years also not making any advancement in spirituality, along with his material education, what will happen? It is symbolic. Our Shastra, why is talking about, we have to start from the young age. So in Iskcon, I also have put together. If you are in 5 years of Iskcon, you should be very active. Afterwards, you be better careful. Because after 5 years means child, up to 5 years is exempted any mistake. But after 5 years, it has to come to take up austerities. Am I right, Prabhuji? So Iskcon also we should keep some standard. Na? First 5 years, all right. After the 5th year, you should look at what is going, whether you are making progress or not, whether you are following what Guru wants. 5 years is reasonable, is it not? What do you say? How many years you will take for a devotee who joins from college to your come up to the level what you think is okay? Huh? Oh, no, his case is only 1 year less. Grasthas, I have 1 year more. Internship. So, the point what I'm trying to highlight is, if our fundamentals have to become very strong, if our sadhana has to be very strong. Our sadhana, if it has to be strong, then our sadhu sangha has to be strong. What do you say? First 5 years. Then afterwards, if our activities are not Krishna-centered, then there's something wrong with us. So this is a good time for introspection. 5 years. But Prabhupada, in 11 years, 108 temples, everywhere he established, but he is not waiting for 5 years. Takshanat. He was telling devotees, go here, go there, go preach, and he established. So he is not going to wait 5 years. But our Suvan Gaurahari is little more considerate, 5 years, so 4 years. Why am I driving all this is, Prabhus, we are getting old. We are not becoming younger. But the world is suffering. See it with a compassionate mood. The world is suffering because of ignorance, nothing else. Everything is abundantly available. But it's misdirected, misrepresented. And only Bhagavad Dharma can do. And Iskcon is the foremost, which we can give the best. So your cautious treading in your life matters a lot for this society. For all of us. Our every step, what we are taking, matters a lot to this society. Billions of people are there with ignorance, misdirected. So many people are. So we have to cut through this knot. And that can happen only with cooperation. That can happen only with cooperation with this movement. So this movement has to create that intelligent class. What did Srila Prabhupada say? We have to create an intelligent class. He's not talking about, when he said Brahminical class, he meant who understood the Bhagavad Dharma. Not a person who will sit in the house and he'll chant his Gayatri. A Brahminical class means one who knows Brahman, who also knows Parabrahman. Not just Brahman, who knows Parabrahman, and also who knows who is connecting with the Brahman and the Jivatma and the Paramatma, the relationship, all this. He is intelligent. It's not part, okay, this part or this part. It is complete. So that knowledge Srila Prabhupada gave, and he gave it to anybody. He didn't choose. So why should we choose? We can't even choose our family members because we don't know whether they will take up our Krishna consciousness. A neighbor be more serious Krishna consciousness than our own kith and kin. But you don't have to cry for it. If Krishna is super soul, is there, he will protect. Who is taking up, then naturally we have to go and water there. In a garden, what we have made, we put water everywhere. Some creepers don't come. So we remove it and throw. But where it is growing, we put more water. Same thing is spiritual life. It does not come from anybody's body. It comes from previous karma. That's Sukriti. The next point which I'm making now, tell me the time where I stop. How much more? Another 10 minutes. Okay. The next step I'm going backwards is, before Shraddha, it's the Sukriti which matters a lot. Not just somebody bumped into you and you're becoming Krishna. No, there's something behind it also. So it says, Shastra says, Sukriti. What is that shloka Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quotes from Chaitanya Charitamrita? Brahmanda Brahmite. So that is important. Brahmanda Brahmite Kone Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Paye Bhakti Lata Bij. So what does it mean? Sadhu Sangha means acting according to the sadhu or acting according to the internal mood of the sadhu. Now sadhu is there with you, he's interacting, and Acharya is also kept everything there. We interact. Prabhupada has kept everything in his books. We understand the present from our present sadhus and how to go. So this is what it is. Sadhu Sangha means acting to the order of sadhu or according to the internal mood of the sadhu. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Brahmanda, but in the 19.151 he says, all living beings, entities are wandering in different types of bodies throughout the different planets. And if in the course of their wandering, they come in contact with the devotee by direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, their life becomes successful. Any disagreement? It's happened to you. It's happened to you. It's happened to him. So many people are sitting here. She is having a sweet smile in her mouth. What is the reason? Speaking truth. So it has happened to her. So like that, it matters a lot. So continuing, let us say, who is this? By combined causeless mercy of Guru and Krishna, any living entity can receive Bhakti Lata Bij. Combined mercy. So Srila Prabhupada is Ashraya Bhagavan, where we take shelter. So Krishna and Srila Prabhupada come together for this Iskcon. Is growing like this. We cooperate with them. So Guru Ashraya Bhagavan, Guru and Krishna are non-different. This is confirmed by Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'll quote another one. 1.45. Guru Krishna Rupa Hana Shastrera Praman. Guru Rupe Krishna Kripa Karena Bhaktagan. According to the revealed opinion of all revealed scripture, a spiritual master is not different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of spiritual master, deliver his devotees. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 1.45. So, now, we have seen many people in this world, so many gurus come and go. Now, what is the difference between Srila Prabhupada or his disciples and us and the present world? I'm only highlighting the abundant of resources available in Iskcon. I'm not talking about the outside world. Okay, this is a sampradaya. I'm talking about my institution or our institution. What is it supposed to do? As we go further, Srila Prabhupada emphasizes what is the purpose of Iskcon. We have 7 purposes, but in the process of his lecture, you see what he is telling. So, our Veda Vakya is, the Bhagavata is coming through his mouth. So, it's more transcendental, it's more relatable, it's more practicable. It's not complicated. It's never complicated. To add Krishna in life is complicated. So, that is what the material world thinks. Oh, you are becoming spiritual. What will happen to your life? What will happen to your parents? What will happen? Nothing happens. Everything is holding. But people are scared about God. People are scared about, devotees. Because ignorance. So this ignorance, one person cannot fight. Thousands of people should take up to Krishna consciousness and do it with that humility. They love. We fight our war with gulab jamuns, not with bullets. We fight this war with the holy name. We fight with nice Sadhu Sangha. We create an atmosphere. So the epitome of Krishna consciousness has, the root in Iskcon. Am I wrong? Is it okay what I say? Huh? Because if he says yes, everything is okay. What do you say? Because he is done Bhakti Shastri, he is doing Bhakti Vaibhav. I have not done anything. You just follow whatever he says. Huh? So what matters is, sometimes elephant is running, the ant wants to do competition. It goes on the elephant's trunk or somewhere and it will run. So like that, I am just sitting with them, trying to go. Whatever is possible, sincerely trying to do. But still, we can't become like Pandit. But he has an agenda. He has to make. So I have an agenda. So each one of us, part of body of our Guru, each one will do one work. Is it not? You ask me something about construction, I can say, but you ask about Bhagavatam, he will say better. Is it not? So this comparison is not there, but contribution is there. You can't compare what he has got knowledge, what I have got my knowledge. It's not the comparison, but contribution from each one becomes complete by itself. Right? And that confluence is here. So I'll just end here. The next I'm going to take up is from prayers from Prachetas. Okay. The next where we'll continue. I'll just stop here. Please meditate whatever I said. If there's any correction for me also, I'm ready to do. I'm open for discussion. Hare Krishna. Time I'm trying to. So 10 minutes open. Let's have discussion. I see sweet smile everywhere. I don't know this smile. What is behind that smile? Please let me know. Yes. Yeah, he has a mic with him.
Hare Krishna, Roji, in between you told about catch 22. I could not get that.
What do you mean by catch 22?
You are stuck in between two situations. Both are difficult. That is what is catch 22. I mean,
I didn't know how to explain to you, so I asked him to explain.
I don't want to give more details about catch 22.
Basically,
like you are stuck between two difficult situations.
Neither this side, not that side. Neither this side, not that side.
Rock and a hard place. You heard that like that.
Yeah. He wants to say something. You give it him. Yes.
Sadhu Sangha is mandatory. You cannot, that's what he was telling catch 22.
Either way you require. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Many times I'm like totally surrounded by sadhus, Vaishnavas. Yet deep within my mind, I'm still contemplating on how to gratify my senses. So what exactly is the definition of this sadhu sangha? Like, is it the physical presence of Vaishnavas or sadhus, or is it meditating upon their instructions, or is it listening to what they have told in the past? What exactly is the definition of sadhu sangha?
All in all, whatever you said, everything is put together. And executing your duties also. Let us say you are changing your ashram. Let us, any ashram, whether from sannyas, different ashram, or your any activity, going from one place to another, anything which is, when you go, you carry the same flavor. That is what? Sense gratification. You gratify for Krishna and it's okay. We also indulge in Mahaprasad. So what we are doing, as we are looking at, we are respecting that Mahaprasad. Everything is in world is indulging only. But with Maya's intervention, we are indulging. But with Krishna's indulgence, we are actually making progress. We are, same thing is eaten by two people, Prasad. One person is making progress. And the other person which is there is not making progress because he is going against the will of this nature. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he is, the Bhokta is only Krishna. How you can be the Bhoktaram Sarvaloka Maheshwaram? I am the, then where is that? You are always thinking of it. This is my house, this is my car, this is my body. But you don't know, after some time, that body also won't cooperate with you. So misidentification of our situation keeps changing as we age, as we are changing our ashram. Everything changes. It's not permanent. The permanent is only Krishna or his expansions. So why are we telling? Prabhupada said time and again, we have to go back Godhead. He didn't say anything. Let's go to the different body. He didn't say back home. And he defined that back home as Vaikuntha. Very clear. So if there is a gratification in between, but you will get purified by association. How many times you are going to, first of all, in the process, sometimes we may putting in, chanting. Okay, my leader is saying, I'm chanting. He turns that side, you sleep. But sometimes we really sleep because our body doesn't. That doesn't mean you're ignorant. So that is why the consciousness is, when he brought the Sadhu Sangha in between Shraddha and Bhajana Kriya. The person who is a pure devotee of Lord, what is he doing? Always bhajana. Right? So our journey is from the Maya Sangha to Sadhu Sangha. So this journey is difficult. It's not easy. So you have to make that effort. That Guru helps. That the Sadhu helps. To go back to Krishna. All these people, that's why Evam Parampara. This Parampara is very, very important. We have to go in that Parampara only. Everything is highlighted. So time and again, if that is not, sometimes we slip. Jayadvaita Maharaj yesterday was giving class. He was speaking about, at that time in New York, I think. So he said, I was also there and Srila Prabhupada was there. Please, this is confidential. But he told in Bhagavatam, so I'll also speak in Bhagavatam. So he said that he became the president there, Brahmananda Prabhu. Then everybody was thinking, Srila Prabhupada, what he will say. Then Prabhupada also told, so we should follow Brahmananda. You know what Prabhupada says? Brahmananda, sometimes he may smoke outside. Please tolerate him. He said this. This is what Jayadvaita Maharaj said. So we are conditioned souls, but we are in association. We will take, because Prabhupada, so many people came in their age, just like that. But what happened to Brahmananda later, you see, exalted person. This is Sadhu Sangha, Kshana Matra, Lava Matra. Everything is proved by Iskcon. What is spoken in Chaitanya Charitamrita that time is on the Bhagavatam 5,000 years is proved here in Iskcon. You can find so many devotees. They've changed their life just like that. So he said, tolerate him. Don't conclude he is a bad devotee. Because all of us are making progress. So among us also, we are all progressing. Somebody will take it up very seriously, somebody slowly. It's okay. Doesn't matter. But he is in association. There is a hope for him, not outside person. A person who is there here. Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. You want to say something? Yes. Okay. Anybody else? Amar, let's see Panditji.
You said Sadhu is not just a person who teaches, but he ensures that you follow also and get the heart transformed. So that is the effect. That should be the effect of Sadhu Sangha, heart transformation.
Mataji, you want to say something? He wants to say something.
As you were telling about Sadhu Sangha being in between Bhajana Kriya and Shraddha. So I was just reflecting. You mentioned sandwich, so that was very. We're talking about prasad, so the quality of the filling determines how much rasa you get from the sandwich.
He is extending the class.
So you mentioned like otherwise, if you see all other organizations, they have their own Shraddha and some activities, Kriya. But the real, if you have to go to the higher levels, next levels, the quality of the Sadhu Sangha, I was just reflecting on that. So.
Thank you. Anybody else? Yes.
Thank you for.
I can't hear.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you for your wonderful class. You mentioned about being a bug. That is a very, very important point. It's a kind of eye opener. Always we can just remember that bug point to rectify ourselves. That's very important. While Sadhu is ready to give himself, we also should be ready to offer our part. That's very important. And one more, just an experience. I always used to go through that silk board. I always used to hate that place because a lot of traffic, horns. There's a lot of people. I don't know. Somehow I was not liking. Then one time, a lot of brahmacharis went to do book distribution there. So we were there till 4 o'clock. From around 10 o'clock or something, the signal for till 4. Then after that experience, I never used to hate that place. Like it used to bring me that memory of book distribution every time. So that Sadhu Sangha, because the devotees distributed books, that place, that memory got altogether changed. So then I realized, it is because of so many people distributed books. So it always used to remind me. So that is one.
Wonderful. So we should have a center there. Very nice. See, this is what it is. Sometimes what we think and what happens. Yeah. All right. You want to say something?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Thank you for the wonderful class. Not only class, very deep dive into it. What I liked most in terms of as a striking point for me is Sadhu Sangha is just not only associating, but following the instruction. So, which is also very important. I mean, several times easy to associate means just go and be there. But it's also important to follow the instructions for improvements. Thank you. That was a very good point.
Okay, next 1 month, 10 minutes reflection. Please meditate on this and you come with your realization. Thank you very much. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaur Premanandi.
Thank you for joining us today for the Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Tomorrow also we will have class with the from the temple at 8:30. I'll just end the session now. Hare Krishna.